Let's talk about something we all do, probably hundreds of times a day: copy and paste. It's so simple, right? But what if that basic function was in the middle of a massive evolution? Today, we're diving into how the humble clipboard is becoming something way, way smarter. You know the feeling, right? You copy something super important, a link, a snippet of code, whatever. You get distracted for literally 2 seconds, copy something else, and poof, it's gone, vanished into the ether. It's this universal frustration, but what if it just didn't have to be that way? So what's the real issue here? Well, the standard clipboard that we all use was basically designed for a different era of computing. It has a memory of exactly one item. It's just a temporary holding pen, not a real system for remembering anything important. So let's just lay it out, side by side. On the one hand, you've got the old way, a single slot that's constantly getting overwritten. But on the other hand, you have this new approach, a permanent, searchable memory of everything you've ever copied. I mean, this isn't just a small tweak. It's a total game changer, a complete rethinking of what a clipboard should even do. Okay, so what does this new intelligent solution actually look like when you're using it? It's all about turning that forgetful little tool into a smart assistant that's always working for you in the background, capturing all those little fragments of information you gather throughout your day. And we are talking way beyond just text here, not even close. We're talking about a tool that just automatically grabs everything: a line of code from a tutorial, a screenshot of an error message, even the specific hex code for a color you need for a design project. It all just gets saved instantly, without you even thinking about it. And this, right here, is the key shift in thinking. This is not just some long, chronological list of things you copied. It becomes your own personal, searchable database. It's kind of like a second brain that remembers everything for you, which frees up your brain from that mental load. But wait, wouldn't that just be a huge, chaotic mess? How would you find anything? Well, that is where the real magic comes in. The secret ingredient is, you guessed it, artificial intelligence. But, and this is a really big but, it's a very specific kind of AI that runs entirely on your own computer, never needing to phone home to some server in the cloud. So this term on-device AI means exactly what it sounds like. All the processing, all the analysis, all the intelligence happens right there on your machine. Nothing is uploaded, nothing leaves your computer. And that has massive implications for both your privacy and for performance. And when you compare them, the benefits are crystal clear. With cloud AI, your data is being sent off to some company's servers. You're often paying a monthly subscription for the privilege. And if your internet goes down, well, you're out of luck. The on-device approach just flips that whole script. You get total privacy, there are no recurring costs, and it works perfectly even when you're completely offline. And don't for a second think this is some kind of AI light. We're talking about seriously powerful state-of-the-art models, the big names you hear about, all optimized to run super efficiently right on your local hardware. Okay, so the tech is cool, we get it, but what does this actually mean for you day to day? How does this actually make your life easier? Let's look at how it can completely supercharge some real-world workflows. All right, here's a classic problem we've all had. You took a screenshot a few days ago, maybe of an invoice or an error message. Now you need it, but you can't remember the file name, you don't know where you saved it. All you remember are a few words that were in the picture. So how do you find it? Well, with an intelligent clipboard, it's actually incredibly simple. The moment you copy that screenshot, the system uses something called optical character recognition, or OCR, to automatically read and index every single word inside that image. That means you can now just search for, say, database connection error, and bam, there's the screenshot from last week. Problem solved automatically. Okay, here's another huge time waster. You're deep in a research project, right? You're grabbing links, quotes, code snippets, all sorts of stuff. Before you know it, you've got this massive, jumbled list. And now you have to manually sort through it all just to make sense of it. But what if you didn't have to do that? What if the organization just happened for you? The on-device AI is smart enough to understand the context of what you're copying. It sees a block of JavaScript and thinks, yep, that's code. It sees a list of ingredients and tags it recipe. It can even write a quick summary for an article you copied. All that boring, manual busywork just vanishes. And this is so cool. It's not a one-size-fits-all kind of tool. It's specialized. For developers, it can do things like instantly transform text from JSON to YAML. For designers, it can literally pull an entire color palette out of any image you copy. And for writers, it's like having an automated research assistant that organizes your notes for you.
Now, let's just zoom out for a second because this is about so much more than just a clever Clipboard app. This idea of powerful AI running locally on your own device points to a really important and I think much better trend in how we build software. And it really all comes down to this number, 100%. That's the promise, absolute data privacy. In a world where it feels like everything is synced to the cloud and data leaks are in the news every week, the idea that your information stays exclusively on your device is incredibly powerful. So what does 100% private actually mean? It means the app simply isn't built to spy on you. There is no cloud component to sync to. There are no API calls sending your data out. There's no tracking your behavior, and your data is absolutely not being sold or shared with anyone. Your stuff is your stuff. Period. And this quote really brings it all full circle. It's about that fundamental transformation. It's about going from a simple, fleeting tool to a permanent, intelligent, and completely private extension of your own memory. It's about freeing up your brain power for creativity, not just for remembering where you saw that one thing that one time. So I'll leave you with this final thought. We've seen how on-device AI can completely revolutionize something as simple as the clipboard, turning it into a private second brain. So, just imagine applying that same philosophy, powerful intelligence combined with uncompromising privacy, to all the other tools we use every single day. How much more creative and focused could we all be?